this is just kind of coming out this morning, but Trump was threatening an additional 10% tariff on countries aligning themselves with the BRICS bloc. That's kind of the independent, non-dollar denominated bloc out there in the world. It's just kind of a third, kind of making a world a little more multipolar in a way. Their biggest complaint is the dollar denominated systems throughout the world. So, anyone moving in that direction, getting threatened with an additional 10% today. But we'll have to see if that comes to any sort of fruition.
Interesting story behind this too, because if you look at the value of the US dollar in 2025, it's off to its worst year, I think 50 years or so. It's down about 10% on the year. The way that I sort of think about this is you kind of have this currency pressure hot potato that you can sort of pass around to different countries. And so we've had this hot potato for the last few years. The US dollar has been very strong, went up substantially. I forget the exact amount, but more than it's dropped. And that was when, we saw interest rates go up and everyone was going into treasuries and looking to pick up some of that risk-free yield. And it's since pulled back. But when the US dollar pulls back, that actually kind of exports that currency pressure to other nations. So you don't want to have an overvalued or slightly overvalued currency because it's going to hurt your exports. There's all sorts of issues, in terms of central banks being able to counteract that with reserves and what foreign currency reserves do they have. So I think it's an important thing to call out. Why are we seeing the BRICS announce this? Our response to this, the broader background context is the falling US dollar. It's down. In some ways, it's beneficial for us. I think there's some arguments on both sides of whether it's a good or bad, but I think relative to the last few years, it's a good thing. How that's affecting other countries and what to expect based on, them taking on more of that currency pressure.